Okay, this is the last section we'll be looking at. This computer printout is actually the tail section of the plane. The last, select that there, 2.5 feet of the aircraft, which is the tail. I went ahead and printed that piece also. So the aircraft it's going to be in 3 pieces. It'll be the cockpit, the nose section of the plane, and then we're going to have about another 5.5 feet of fuselage, and then we're going to have the last 2.5 feet of the tail. So here's the tail. It's quite large. I'm not going to set it all up because it's quite a bit actually, but this section goes like up here somewhere. It's kind of hard to film and record at the same time. Actually, this goes over here, like that. This goes here, like that, something like that, and this one goes back over here, like that. Something like that. Let me stand up here. So there you go. Again, the plane's 11 inches wide, and there we go. 11 inches. And this should measure about 2.5 feet. Again, the paper is not overlapping each other the way it should be. This should be like that. That should be like that. And this piece, our last piece over here, should be like so. About right there. So, let's fix this one a bit. Look at that. Check this out, guys. 2.5 feet. On top of that, we're going to have the actual tail section of the plane. This piece I'm not going to bother printing. Actually, this is quite simple to cut. I think if I were to just get a foam board that's about, let's see here, about 2 feet by 3.5 feet, and I can just, anywhere you see red is actually, it measures distance, and we get this distance right there, which is a 4.75 inches, and we get this distance right there, which is 1 feet 7.5 inches. This will give us a 14-degree drop. So really, with knowing these measurements, we can go straight into the foam board and just cut it. Cut this whole section here without even printing this stuff out, because that'd be just a waste of paper. This is pretty straightforward. And there's going to be a lot of sections like this that'll be just straightforward. Only these little intricate parts where you have curves. And again, this piece is also to scale here. What you see here, this teardrop is actually the aerial view of this tail section here. It'll be a T-tail section. What else we have here? And then we have the top. This is the wing. Looking at the side profile of the wing and actually the wing itself. Again, same thing with the wing. It doesn't require that much. We don't need to print this stuff out. We can just again, grab a foam board about 4.5 feet long by about 3.5 feet, and just measure the angles, measure the distance from here, and then measure the distance down over here, grab the angle, and you can just cut it out. So a lot of these don't really need that much detail. We can pretty much grab our measurements from down here. The actual, this is not to scale, but it's kind of like a basic concept of where I'm going with this. We'll shrink that down a bit, and this is kind of like a basic concept where I'm going with this. That little top part that we looked at earlier, it's going to be this piece right here that I showed you just a little while ago. This piece will be 11 inches wide, 4.5 inches tall, and I'll have a few of these running down the length of the aircraft. Since this is a water bomber, it does have a slight angle to the aircraft. Remember, this is not including the nose. The nose will be out here somewhere. We're not including the nose on this. But yes, it'll have a slight angle. It'll actually dip down, it'll dip back up, it'll come back up, and then it'll come back up, and it'll eventually level off. And that's where you can have this tail section here. So yeah, this will be one solid piece here, which you see in red or in green. I'm not colorblind, so don't worry about it. And you gotta excuse me because I'm actually filming and doing this at the same time. This is the piece I just showed you. That section in red is actually this piece up here. That's that piece right there. And that's where that will mount, right there. Again, this is not to scale, only the length. The dimensions you see here are not accurate, so I just kind of drew this up earlier today. This piece will mount here, so the top of the aircraft will actually be right up here. This foam board will actually come all the way down, overlapping both pieces. I mean, it's going to have glue here, but I'm probably going to have to reinforce it with something. I got some aluminum bars in the garage. I might slap one in here, or a wooden dowel. I haven't decided. But anyways, so yeah, that's basically it. It's kind of what we're looking at. Again, some of these pieces we're not going to put on paper. Serves no purpose. You know, we could just grab the measurements from here, since we've already scaled it down anyways. And so what the plan is going to be is getting these pieces that we've actually put on paper, and we're designing it all electronically, printing them, and then just go straight to the foam and take it from there. I don't have any foam yet, but I will. Where I work at, there's actually a construction site that's working with a lot of Armax foam. I might bring some over, mess with it a bit, and see what I can do with it. But so far, that's what we have. Over and out.